Survival has always been nature's most primal instinct. Birds have been known to migrate thousands of miles to escape extreme conditions. So have these beautiful birds flown thousands of miles across Siberia, Europe and Ladakh to descend near a small hamlet in Maharashtra, Kavadi. They come to stay here at Kavadi for their survival during the cold winters of the north, when several countries are covered with snow, obviously denying them food. Why do these birds settle around this specific place, which is primarily a small agricultural village like thousands of its kind in India, with a population of around 2,000 people? Survival of the fittest and propagation of the species are two natural instincts which prove to be their driving force to land in Kavadi for years. This migration has continued for decades unknown to us. Once upon a time, Kavadi had ample unpolluted water reservoirs and suitable climatic conditions to propagate their kind. Bird watchers from all over the country flocked to Kavadi to welcome their feathered friends. However, for the last few years, these migratory birds have shown a declining trend. What could possibly be the reason for this?
बर्ड्स के लिए है बहुत फेमस, लेकिन अभी बर्ड्स नहीं आती क्योंकि पहले ऐसा नहीं रहा। यहाँ पहले खाने को जो बर्ड्स आते थे बाहर के, यूरोप खंड के, और बहुत आते थे। ऐसे भी नहीं कि बाबा एक आया दो आए, ऐसे भी नहीं, बहुत झुंड के झुंड आते थे। और उसको देखने के लिए बाहर से बहुत लंबे से, अपना बोले तो बम्बई से बाहर के लोग के, बहुत गोवा के, यहाँ के बहुत से लोग आते थे। यानी कि यहाँ का पर्यटक स्थल ही बन गया था। लेकिन अभी ऐसा हुआ है कि पर्यटक स्थल नाम दिया गया है, लेकिन एक भी पर्यटक अभी दिखाई नहीं देता, क्योंकि पानी की वजह से। अभी पानी जो गंदा हो रहा है, पानी पूरा गंदा हो गया है, और पानी में है ना मछली तो नहीं रही। अब बर्ड्स को खाने के लिए तो मछली तो चाहिए, नहीं तो बच नहीं सकते।
To corroborate the farmer's remarks, we scanned the surrounding area and discovered water the color of which had changed drastically. Offensive odors, a result of numerous harmful chemicals poured into the water from the surrounding areas. The water surface was studded with foam. We picked up samples of this water and sent them to the laboratory for analysis. For the healthy functioning of a water ecosystem, parameters like dissolved oxygen levels play a vital role. Under normal conditions, the concentration of dissolved oxygen, DO, in any water body should be 5 particles per million, that is, 5 milligrams per liter. But the surface water quality at this site was highly deteriorated, as is indicated by a very low value of DO, just 0.2 ppm. This DO indicates over-discharge of organic wastes and raw sewage into the river. Pollution-tolerant fish species like tilapia, which have been introduced, outcompete indigenous species. This must have affected availability of the food, resulting in a declining number of birds. Even chloride values were found to be high. Obviously, these factors have been a major setback for these visitors from the north to come to Kavadi. A number of birds have been affected health-wise too. This could deter future generations from migrating to this water body. In addition to water pollution, truckloads of sand are being removed for building purposes. The pits which have been created thereby add to the loss of natural microorganisms which would have been otherwise present. In its natural course, the river deposits the silt on the river banks, creating mudflats. These mudflats carry small and big organisms on which birds like sandpipers thrive. But today, due to extensive excavation of sand, these mudflats have declined. As a result, sandpipers and some species of storks now visit Kavadi in lesser numbers. The pollution in this riverbed has adversely affected the birds so much that we were naturally inquisitive as to what could have happened to the people staying in this area.
ऐसा भी नहीं ना कि हमको अकेले को प्रॉब्लम आता है, जिसने नदी से पानी लिया है सबको प्रॉब्लम आता है. खाली जो गन्ना उगाते हैं ना उनको भी प्रॉब्लम आता है, लेकिन गन्ना अच्छी तरह से नहीं आता. जो अपना टन बोलते हैं ना, जितना टन भरना मांगता है उतना टन भी नहीं भरता गन्ना. ऐसा है, यानी कि कौन सा भी आप लगाइए, पिक लगाइए, सबको कीड़ तो लगती है, कोई भी लगाइए, यानी कि हमारे जिधर जाओ उधर मौत है.
In fact, it is the untreated polluted water which weakens the resistant element in these plants, allowing opportunistic parasites and organisms to grow on them and destroy them. Water supply to this village is through wells. These wells might also be polluted because the underground springs from the river flow through the village. The multifold pollution of the land, the water and the vegetation has affected the day-to-day survival of the villagers. Since their livelihood, that is farming, has been affected, a number of villagers have been deprived of their jobs. Some have moved out to new places. Others cling to the hope of a better tomorrow. Still others, more unfortunate, have ended their lives by committing suicide under the railway which runs through this village.
अभी आत्महत्या बोले तो ऐसा है कि आदमी को खाने को तो चाहिए. अगर आप खेती में कुछ करेंगे तो खाने को मिलेगा. अगर खेती में कुछ नहीं आया तो घर में क्या देंगे. और बाहर जाइए तो 60 रुपये रोज़ से काम करना पड़ेगा. 60 रुपये रोज़. अगर अब मेरे घर में अभी 5 आदमी है, मैं बाहर काम करने गया, अभी 60 रुपये मेरे को रोज़ मिला, तो 60 रुपये में हम 5 जन कितना खा सकते हैं. खा के कितना खा सकते हैं. इसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है मालूम है क्या, कि आदमी क्या करता है, एक सोच में डूब जाता है कि अपने एक जन से सबका पेट तो नहीं भर सकता ना, तो सुसाइड कर लेता है. फिर हमारी रेल तो है बाजू में है, जो हमारे शेतकरी है, जो क्या करेंगे, आया ध्यान में आया अपना, हाँ चलो बाबा है रेल अपने पास में, किसी को बताने का नहीं, कुछ नहीं, रेल आई कि दौड़ के जाने का और जान देने का.
This is just the beginning of the decline. Nature has given us enough warnings, not only through Kavadi, but all over the country and the world. The lethargy shown by the government has to be shaken off. Just as there is a decline in the bird population, one wonders if someday even mankind will vanish as a result of such harsh, polluted conditions. Whether to leave behind this acquired heritage of polluted water, sterile lands, and foamy clouds of effluence as a facade of development, or make amendments right now for our own betterment is a choice that lies solely in our hands.